In about 2017, a bunch of people got together because it was when Trump was elected and Brexit was happening. So a lot of people just wanted to try to do something to show that Falmouth and Penryn was actually a welcoming community. We started raising money because you have to raise a minimum of £9,000 and find a house that is affordable for the family to rent. Luckily, we got all that in place, and we welcomed our first family in December 2019. And they are going from strength to strength. And then in June of 2021, we welcomed our second family. One of our fundraising strands has been jumble sales. We would get a community hall and have a huge jumble sale. And it was also a really good way of raising awareness about what we were doing. And then we would have jumble sales down on the moor. And then during lockdown, we had lots of people who cleared things out and they couldn't give their things to charity shops, so they would bring them to me. And so I started selling things outside the house, and that became jumble in a box. And then because the stock kind of kept building up, we really wanted to find a charity shop, to have a place where we could actually have a hub. That's still sort of a dream that we have, is to find a space. But currently, the Cornish Bank has been sort of a headquarters for us. We had a huge event there with live music and things. And they're going to let us have a rail of jumble every day, and then a bookshelf as well. So that's a slight hub.
One thing that's nice about the two businesses is being able to offer this space to the charity. One of the things it's doing is helping relieve the diversity issue in Cornwall. You read and hear news of displaced peoples all over the world, and there's often very little that we feel we can do. I can't believe I'm letting human tragedy wash over me. It got to me too much, and I eventually went to jungle in Calais and worked there trying to help, and then saw it firsthand. I was thinking, how is this happening in France, in a country that we all see as kind of sort of a humane society? And so when I got back from that, I just felt like I really wanted to do more.
I have the refugees in Calais and Dunkirk to thank for firing my passion to try to help. I discovered that there's quite a network around Cornwall of people who support in fundraising and go to Calais and Dunkirk. And so I was able to go in 2019. I went twice to Calais, and I worked for Care for Calais for a week at a time, but also mobile refugee support, a smaller direct action charity on the ground in Dunkirk. And so when I came back, I started to fundraise, and that's another reason the jumble came about, because I collect for refugees in Dunkirk. And that's usually I need tents and blankets and men's clothing. I can highly recommend if people can get there. I mean, it's been quite difficult for them to recruit volunteers with the pandemic and everything. But, hopefully things are opening up a bit. So you really need to go and see what it's all about, because we're not getting the stories in mainstream news. But if you meet them, they're just humans like all of us, and just trying to seek peace, really, and security.